Hello everyone. It's been a while since I pulled out my circle stamps and I just thought I would just do a quick video showing, these are my favorite. I love using these. These are my favorite circle stamps that I made. So I used the O-rings, plumbers O-rings, to create these circles. I did get, you get a big box of them, but you get a bunch of the same size, which is great if you're making something like this or this one. But if you want to make a larger circle like this, you need to buy the larger rings separately. And they do come in 3 different thicknesses, so you need to make sure that you're getting the same thickness if you're making one stamp, so that the stamp will touch the paper and all the rings. So I use, like I said, these 2 are my favorite. I got the blocks from Michael's, and I use E6000 to glue down the rings, and that way I can use a little bit of wet paper towel to clean them off if I'm using acrylic or something. And I've had them for quite a few years, and they still are really, really good. So I just thought I'd mess around just a little bit with some of these. I like the blocks the best. Let me do. Just because I have a bunch of different shapes, a bunch of different stamps. On the block, didn't ink that up correctly. And I do like to use all the ink on them, even though it's lighter and lighter as I go. I like the effect. So, and then I have a wet paper towel to clean them off with. Let's see. I like the circles, concentric circles. They're my favorite. I think I've got something underneath there. They need to be completely flat. They're my favorite. I really do like those. And again, I just clean off my stamps that way so that there's not ink on them. The water off of that. And it doesn't matter to me if they stamp perfectly. I like it more if they don't. I just do. And there's a bunch of different ones that I put together in different ways. These were the tiny ones. I think these are the smallest ones. And I found these in the large box, the variety pack. It's cheaper to get them that way. So, yeah, I like those. Clean it off. And then at the end, I've got this really colorful paper towel. When it dries, it's really, really colorful collage fodder. Yeah, these are just so much fun. I have a video with more details on how to make these, and I will put that in the description box below if you are looking to make some of your own. They're addictive, obviously. I've made quite a few of them. And, you know, I have put them on pieces of wood, but I stopped doing that because the wood isn't always flat, and that causes problems, but I still like it. It causes problems. If it's not entirely flat, then there'll be spaces that don't stamp correctly. And that's what's happened with this one. But it's fine. It's its own unique little stamp. And then at one point I was putting them, and this one's a large circle with some smaller ones. I was trying to use up, I bought a couple of variety packs, and I was trying to use up the littler ones. So I put them in all kinds of different ways, and I don't have any of them left. I was looking for a sample of the O-ring package, but I used them all up. It must have been a few years back. So you can put them together in a bunch of different ways. Make some fun. And I do like, when you do them on lids, this is a plastic lid. The lids aren't always flat, so you need to press the center to make sure that it gets inked up all correctly. And then when you're stamping, also press the center just to make sure all those little rings are connecting to the paper. But it makes a really cool, fun to do, unique to you kind of stamp. So that's it. I just wanted to show them, get them out, show them a little bit. This one I actually put on a old block, a stamp that I wasn't going to use. I think I got it in a grab bag. So I just used the block and put the O-rings on top of them. They're not exactly circular now. They're not perfect circles because I tried to move them around after I put them on the glue, and parts of the circle stuck and parts didn't. So I was actually like making them unround as I was pushing some of them in. And that's fine. It's a huge, huge stamp though. So that is it. I just was going to do a little bit of stamping with them and thought I would bring them out and show them to you. It's been a while since I pulled these out. And here's one also. I lost one. I don't know where it went. But here's another one that I pulled out. Don't usually stamp with this one. I usually use this one as a texture plate, I suppose. And I'll leave that for another video. They're good for anything. And they're made of rubber, so they pick up the ink really well. I really enjoy them. And these, gosh, I want to say I did them in 2018. So, and I use them a lot. I used to use them a lot. And they've lasted really well with that. I do use acrylic paint with them sometimes, and I make sure that I clean them off really well so that I don't ruin my stamp, just like a regular stamp. So that's it. Thanks for watching.